Okay.
Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good day. My name is Corbin,
My name is Xavier Streamer.
I'm Noah.
I'm Madison.
and this is our project.
After World War I in 1918, it ended with massive amounts of casualties and damage, up to 40 million, and trillions economically. After the war, America actually began to outrise and actually become a stronger nation than Europe, becoming far more ahead in economically and militarily. So much so that this solidified the global title of America's shining democracy, being a beacon of democracy and liberty. So much so that Americans after the war actually were imposed by the idea of war and wanted to avoid it at all costs.
And after that, after World War I, what became America, the people, they all became more isolationists, where they wanted to stay away from any other foreign conflict. They don't want to stay in America and deal with their own problems. They all stayed heavily involved with trade in Europe. So the League of Nations was created by President Wilson to help prevent future wars. But the U.S. Senate refused to join. They signed a new pattern where America power for decommitments.
America had huge global influence, so much so developing the international world that we know today. A big part and contribution to this was U.S. banks, where huge amounts of money were used to actually help the development of neighborly nations and help stabilize their country. We helped Germany and Europe stabilize and actually rebuild their nation. And by the 1920s, other nations were actually dependent on just the U.S. dollar alone.
Our diplomatic leadership is that the Washington Naval Conference happened in 1921 through 1922, and it also had limited battles with reduced naval arms and race. And the Kellogg Raid Pact in 1928 happened, and the nations promised to use war to solve conflicts. And it showed U.S. leading with the diplomacy, not to force military.
So some pros and cons. The pros. With this, we avoided foreign wars, we grew into economic world power, focused on domestic recovery, and promoted peace through diplomacy. Some cons. With that came weakened global leadership, failed to stop rising dictators, over-reliance on the U.S. economy, and delayed responses to global threats. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Closing summary. After World War I, the United States remained powerful but cautious, choosing economic and diplomatic influences instead of military action. This era defined America as a nation that could not ignore the world even when it tried. Thank you.
Our social years were very Naga and the history book over there.